welcome to another edition of Scott Sports 101. I'm Scott Trella. We'll talk Tribe and Major League Baseball. We'll talk Cavs and NBA basketball, Browns and NFL football. But first, here is today's Scott Sports 101 trivia question. Who was the point guard for the Cavs who was an excellent three-point shooter and also one of the best free throw shooters in NBA history? It's not anybody who's playing today on the Cavs. It was someone who's playing back in the days. And so I'll have the answer to that later in the broadcast. I'll have the answer. Well, the Indians have really been wheeling and dealing since the end of the season and winter meetings to make an effort to lower their historically high payroll and still be competitive in the AL Central Division and make it to the postseason in October. Now, as we all know, the Indians have traded catcher Yan Gomes, Everett Encarnacion to Seattle, to the Mariners, for the return of catcher Carlos Santana, Yandy Diaz, and Yonder Alonso, while having lost Lonnie Chisenhall, Josh Donaldson, Michael Brantley, and Rajay Davis to free agency. And there are also several other free agents still unsigned, including Cody Allen, Andrew Miller, and Josh Tomlin. And there are still rumors that the Indians might trade pitching aces Corey Kluber and Trevor Bauer. Now, Tribe manager Terry Francona insists the team is not going backwards with its payroll reducing moves by any means. Now, many Tribe fans feel that the team is going backwards now with it, but with its payroll. I feel they are, but they aren't, sort of. But all these moves that the Tribe is making to lower their payroll and also to really stay competitive in the AL Central Division, this could go either way for when the 2019 Major League Baseball season begins or for when spring training begins. But it could be good move. These moves could be good or they could not be good. But I feel they need to really get help with the bullpen because they have yet to do that. And they need to really get help with that bullpen. So hopefully they're going to get it, and I will keep you posted on that as well. And so we'll see what happens, and I'll keep you posted on all the Tribe talks and possible trades and all rumors. Well, the Cavs lost to the Charlotte Hornets 110 to 99 at Spectrum Center in Charlotte, North Carolina. Jordan Clarkson, 20 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. Jerome Blossomgame, 15 points, 1 rebound and 2 assists. C.D. Osman, 13 points, 2 rebounds and 2 assists. Rodney Hood with 12 points, 1 rebound and 1 assist. Colin Sexton, 11 points, 3 rebounds and 3 assists. Larry Nance Jr., 10 points, 15 rebounds and 7 assists. Alec Burks, 8 points, 4 rebounds and 6 assists, And Ante Zizek, 7 points and 4 rebounds. The Cavs were up 46-41 at halftime. Then they were down 82-75 in the third. And in the fourth, the Cavs did everything they could to battle back and try to come from behind to try to win, but the Hornets just took control of the game and never let up, and the Hornets went on to win tonight's game. So the Cavs are off tomorrow, but they will be back in action on Friday when they take on the Toronto Raptors at Scotiabank Arena in Toronto, Canada. Now, Drew's crew knows they need to have a good game plan and jump on the Raptors early and really put points up on the board and maintain that lead. Now, they've got to have a good strategy as well. And they've been, now, Colin Sexton had 11 points, but yet he's been averaging 19, 20 points a game. And Jordan Clarkson has been averaging 15 to 20 points a game. Now, Kevin Love is going to be back soon. Hopefully Tristan Thompson is going to be back. But they're 8-24, and they are not, they're not the worst by far, but they're not as bad as what the Philadelphia 76ers are. They've already lost 9 games, and they have a worse record than the Cavs. So, but I don't know. It's hard to say if the Cavs are going to make the playoffs right now, and I'd like to see them have at least 15 wins or a few more by the time the NBA All-Star break rolls around, but we'll see. Tip-off for tomorrow night's game against the Raptors is at 7 p.m. on Fox Sports Ohio. Hold on, now. After a 1.17 to 16 win over the Denver Broncos last week at Sports Authority Field in Week 15, the Browns are getting ready to take on the Cincinnati Bengals in their final home game of the season at First Energy Stadium. Baker Mayfield will be the starting quarterback. The Browns are still very much alive in the playoff hunt, but I feel that the Browns are going to have the Bengals' number on Sunday with the battling injuries. And this week's game against the Bengals will be another big-time challenge for the Browns by far. And I feel if they want to come out of this game with a win, they're going to have to really jump on the Bengals early, and they're going to have to score points on the board early, really put points up on the board early. And they're going to have to stop and put the pressure on quarterback Jeff Driscoll, who is now starting for the injured Andy Dalton. Now, and they're going to have to run the pocket and have not only a good running game, but a good passing game as well, and put the pressure on the Bengals' defense and offense as well. But the Bengals have been battling injuries, and they're in last place now in the AFC North, and the Bengals' playoff hopes are basically over. They're not going to make the playoffs. Now, for the Browns, they have a chance to make the playoffs. Now, the Steelers need to lose their last two games because they won over the New England Patriots last week, and the Ravens need to lose one of their last two games for the Browns to have a chance to make the playoffs. And I really feel it's hard to say if that's going to happen, but the Browns do have a chance to make the playoffs. I mean, if they do, they do, and they may or may not make. If they do, they do. If they don't, they don't. But they may not. They may make the playoffs. They may not make the playoffs. And if not, then I think we'll make the playoffs next year by far. And if they can win the Super Bowl, then that'd be the greatest thing to happen this year if they made the playoffs and won the Super Bowl. But I think they'll make the playoffs next year by far if they don't do it this year. Now, I really feel that this is really going to be a good game between the Browns and the Bengals, and we'll get back to talking about that in just a moment, and also the Cavs and the Indians. But it is now time for the answer to today's Scott Sports 101 trivia question. Who was the point guard for the Cavs who was an excellent three-point shooter and also one of the best free throw shooters in NBA history? Well, if you said Mark Price, you are correct. Price, who wore number 25 for the Cavs and was a fan favorite in the early 1990s, his three-point shooting skills won him several three-point contests, and he regularly led the NBA in foul shooting. And I will have another trivia question on my next broadcast, which will probably be on Saturday for another, because there's two NFL games on Saturday, and I'll have another Scott Sports 101 Saturday NFL football special this coming Saturday, so stay tuned for that. And we'll have great games coming up on Sunday as well, besides the Browns game, and Monday Night Football on Christmas Eve. And this week will be the last Sunday Night Football game of the season, and this next Monday on Christmas Eve will be the last Monday night game of the NFL regular season. And so this will wrap up Sunday Night Football and Monday Night Football this week in Week 16. And on Christmas Day, when that does roll around, it is yours. It's not only Christmas for yours truly, moi. It is also yours truly's birthday on Christmas Day. It's also my birthday. And on Christmas Day, I will have a special Christmas Day broadcast of Scott Sports 101, and we'll preview the Browns game for Week 17, and preview all the college football bowl day games on New Year's Day. And and we'll talk Cavs as well. And my special guest, I have not one but two. I will be my brother-in-law, Eric Hoyle, once again, along with his cousin, my cousin-in-law, Aaron Hoyle. So tune in for that on December 25th, Christmas Day, yours truly's birthday. And so, for my final thoughts, I feel that the Cavs are, I'm not sure if they're going to make the playoffs this year. It's hard to say. And they need to, I want them to win more games, and they're not, it's hard to say what they would be like if Dellavedova would come off the bench instead of being a starter, and if it was like Jordan Clarkson and Rodney Hood and all them would be starters. It's hard to say right now, but I think it might be interesting, so we'll see. And for the Browns, I really feel they're going to get their win over the Bengals this week. And I am going to give a score prediction this time because I have not done it in a while. I am going to say the Browns 21, Cincinnati 14. 21-14 Browns win. Well, that's going to wrap it up for this edition of Scott Sports 101. I'll be back on Saturday with Scott Sports 101 NFL Football Saturday pregame special. And I will announce who is playing in the 4:30 game and the night game. And so I will have a pregame show special on Saturday. But until then, always remember, be a team player each and every day in every way possible. So long, everybody. 3, 2, 1, I'm done.